You can eat less every single day and still not lose weight. That's the frustrating truth many people face. You cut calories, skip meals, try to stay disciplined, and yet the scale barely moves. Or worse, it goes up. Feels unfair. Feels like your body is working against you. But there's a reason for this. And once you understand it, everything starts to make more sense. Let's break it down. Most people believe weight loss is simple. Eat less, move more. And while that sounds logical, the human body is not a calculator. It's a survival machine. When you reduce how much you eat, your body doesn't just accept it, it adapts. This is where the problem begins. When you consistently eat less, your body can interpret it as a potential threat. It doesn't know you're trying to lose weight, it thinks food might be scarce. So it responds by slowing things down to conserve energy. This process is often called metabolic adaptation. Your metabolism, the system that controls how many calories you burn, starts to decrease. You burn fewer calories at rest. Your body becomes more efficient, meaning it uses less energy to perform the same tasks. So even though you're eating less, your body is also burning less. That's why the results slow down, or stop completely. But that's just one piece of the puzzle. Another factor is muscle loss. When you drastically cut calories, especially without enough protein or strength training, your body doesn't just burn fat, it can also break down muscle for energy. And muscle is important because it burns more calories than fat, even when you're resting. So the less muscle you have, the slower your metabolism becomes. This creates a cycle. You eat less, lose muscle, your metabolism drops, and weight loss becomes harder. There's also the hormonal side. Your body uses hormones to regulate hunger, fullness, and fat storage. When you eat too little for too long, hormones like leptin and ghrelin can become unbalanced. Leptin, which signals fullness, can decrease. Ghrelin, which signals hunger, can increase. The result? You feel hungrier, less satisfied, and more likely to overeat later, even if you're trying to stay disciplined. At the same time, stress hormones like cortisol can rise. Higher cortisol levels are linked to increased fat storage, especially around the abdominal area. So now your body is not only burning fewer calories, it's also more likely to store fat. There's another hidden issue: underestimating intake and overestimating restriction. Many people think they're eating very little, but small things add up. Cooking oils, snacks, drinks, and portion sizes can easily push calorie intake higher than expected. At the same time, long periods of restriction can lead to occasional overeating episodes. Even if they happen once or twice a week, they can offset the calorie deficit created during the rest of the time. So it feels like you're always eating less, but in reality, your overall balance may not be as low as you think. And then there's movement. When you eat less, your body naturally tries to conserve energy by reducing spontaneous movement. You might fidget less, walk less, or feel more tired throughout the day. This is called non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT. It may sound small, but it can make a big difference. These tiny movements can account for hundreds of calories burned daily. When they drop, your total energy expenditure drops too. So again, you're eating less but also burning less. Now let's connect everything. If you reduce calories too aggressively, your metabolism slows down. You lose muscle. Your hormones shift. Your hunger increases. Your movement decreases. All of this works together to make weight loss harder, not easier. This is why some people feel stuck. It's not because they're lazy or doing everything wrong. It's because their body has adapted to protect itself. And here's the key insight. Weight loss is not just about eating less. It's about how your body responds to what you do. If your strategy triggers too many protective responses, progress will stall even if your effort is high. So what works better? Instead of extreme restriction, a more balanced approach tends to be more effective. This includes eating enough protein to protect muscle, including strength training to maintain metabolism, avoiding drastic calorie cuts, managing stress and sleep, keeping daily movement high. It may feel slower at first, but it's more sustainable and more aligned with how your body actually works. Because in the end, the goal isn't just to lose weight quickly. It's to create a system your body can support long term. If your approach constantly fights against your biology, it becomes exhausting. But if you work with your body instead of against it, results become more consistent. So if you've been eating less and not seeing progress, it doesn't mean you failed. It means something needs to be adjusted. and understanding these mechanisms is the first step. If you found this helpful, subscribe to the channel for more simple explanations like this, so you can make smarter decisions without confusion. And in the description, you'll find a practical resource that breaks down a structured approach to support metabolism and fat loss in a more sustainable way. If you want to go deeper and actually apply what you've learned, that's a good next step.